Actually, it was a jungle, and with the help of my neighbor, we got rid of some vegetation, cleared things out, and I started planting things. I always wanted to grow things. I wanted fruit trees. My idea of living in Hawaii or living anywhere is to go in your backyard and grab a lime or a lemon off a tree, a papaya, what have you. And so that really appealed to me, and I like fresh fruit. So if I can grow my own and I've got the land, that was my dream. I have 2 levels in the garden, and the upper level has, well, I have a lime tree, I have a couple of avocados, I've got a couple of figs, I have a plant called bele, which is a green that's consumed in the South Pacific. I've got something called katuk, which is eaten in Southeast Asia. This has to be cooked. This is very good, and there was a whole cult in Taiwan. There's somebody, some cult leader was having all these Taiwanese women drink juice from this. And to drink it, to have raw juice is not good. And it destroyed all their livers. I've got calamansi, which is a kind of citrus, and Tahitian lime, you know, items that I could use that I was familiar with. If the ship doesn't come, we're all in trouble. You know, if for whatever reasons we can't, you know, shipping is impeded or what have you. But I just like the idea of growing my own food so I could eat it and you know, cook with it, etc. That appealed to me. Stuff I grow is a supplement. There's no way I could survive. So I do have bees. That's kind of new to me, relatively new, and I'm learning about that. I did take a class at UH. Me acquiring bees was sort of happenstance. I mean, it wasn't anything I planned. A friend of mine was wanting to keep bees, and so she asked if she could use my land. I said, of course. And so she left the island. So essentially, I was left with the bees. So I wanted to make honey, or wanted to let the girls make honey. I called the bees my girls. So why not? So I took the class. It's been about 2 or 3 years, something like that. During the summers when they make honey, and when they're the most active, when they can collect, when there's the most food around, so they're out there foraging, bringing back pollen, etc. And this year, I don't know if I'm going to have any honey because the hives were kind of weak this year. What happens with bees is if you don't watch them, the bees will swarm. In other words, half the population of the hive will leave the hive, and possibly the queen, usually the queen. So then you're left with half a hive, and this is not something that a beekeeper wants. So to prevent this, you have to stack on what they call another super, like another bee condo, so that the bees have enough room, because usually one of the main reasons they leave, from what I understand, is if there's just simply not enough room. You know, during the winter you have to feed them, often with honey, or with rather sugar water, mixture mixed with vitamins, this sort of thing. You know, you have to kind of look after them, or look after the hive. Otherwise, you're not going to have honey, and you're not going to have bees. You know, it's very much like taking care of any kind of farm animal. They have to be tended to. It's nice to be able to harvest your own food, and food is going to be organic. It's going to be healthier, and yeah, in times of need, perhaps you can grow enough food to, you know, at least have something to amend whatever you're buying from the store. that sort of thing. But I don't know, realistically, I think it'd be really tough to survive off your farm. I mean, one could, but it would really have to be a full-time job. It's all about intention. If that's what you want to do, you'll do it. You'll find the people you need. You'll find the information online, etc.